then subject and predicate both are distributed. What is a universal negative statement? No apple is not an orange. So, you are speaking about all apples, and you also know that is not an orange. That means, you also know about all the oranges, you also know about all the apples, and you also know about all the oranges. That means, only then you can draw a conclusion that no apple is an orange or no apple is not an orange. If you want to draw a conclusion that no apple is an orange, that means you should know about apples and you should also know about oranges. So, in a universal negative statement, subject is distributed, you have complete knowledge about the subject, predicate is also distributed, that means complete information about the predicate is also known, only then you can make a statement universal negative statement. So, if it is particular negative like some apples are not oranges. So, you know only about some apples, you do not know about the rest of the apples. So, the knowledge is not known completely, therefore, your subject is not distributed, whereas your predicate is distributed. Because you know whether to check a given apple is an orange or not, you know the knowledge about all the oranges. Therefore, in a statement of particular negative, you say that the subject is not distributed, whereas the predicate is always distributed. So, these are the three different terms or terminology that I have discussed so far. First one is about categorical statements, or you also call it as premises. The same thing later on we are referring it as premises. Then I spoke about a typical categorical argument, how it looks like. You have two different categorical statements, and from those two statements you are trying to draw a conclusion about your inference based upon those two statements. I call it as a categorical argument. In fact, your categorical argument is nothing but a typical syllogism. So, a typical syllogism will contain three statements, two are premises and one is the inference that you have drawn. So, before going further to understand whether a given conclusion can be drawn or not from the categorical statements, we are just looking at what is meant by distribution of a subject or a predicate. So, we say that the term is distributed if we have the complete information about the term, otherwise we say that the term is not distributed. So, a typical examples I am taking you, if you have a statements like uniform affirmative, always your subject is distributed, predicate is not distributed, and if you are having particular affirmative, subject and predicate both are not distributed, and if you have universal negative statements, both subject and predicate are distributed, and if you have particular negative statements, then subject is not distributed, but predicate is distributed. So, let me see how you are going to identify the terms which are distributed in the following cases. Some engineers are not scientists. Some engineers are not scientists. So, you are talking, what kind of a statement is this? Some, it is speaking about particular, not means it is speaking about negative, particular negative. So, in particular negative, your subject is not distributed, whereas your predicate is distributed. So, what is it? Scientists is the term that is distributed, whereas your subject engineers is not distributed. So, another one, Ram is an artist. What kind of a statement is this? Ram is an artist. Ram is one particular person. So, you are talking, it is a particular affirmative statement. You know about Ram, so it is a particular affirmative statement. In particular affirmative statement, what is that you are going to draw the conclusion? Neither your subject nor your predicate is distributed. So, neither Ram is distributed nor artist is distributed. It is a particular affirmative statement. All politicians are thick skinned. So, which is the one which is distributed here? All politicians are thick skinned. What kind of a statement is this? All are. If these two are there, it is a universal affirmative. So, in universal affirmative always the subject is distributed, whereas the predicate is not distributed. So, politicians is the subject, politician is distributed, and then thick skinned is not distributed. Some heroes are zeros. So, in this statement, what kind of a statement is this? Some heroes are zeros. So, you are again referring to particular affirmative. Some are, some and are is followed by are, you call it as a particular affirmative. In a particular affirmative, neither the subject nor the predicate is distributed. So, none are distributed in this particular statement. No student is a teacher. No student is a teacher. So, what kind of a statement is this? No student is a teacher. No student means you are talking about all the students, and is a teacher. It is universal negative statement, and in this both subject and predicate are distributed in a universal negative statement. So, students as well as teacher both are said to be distributed. No student is a teacher. Some colleges are not institutions. Some colleges are not institutions. So, what kind of a statement is this? Some colleges, some is the word. So, it is particular, are not. So, if it is are not, what is it? Some colleges are not institutions. Are not means negative. So, it is particular negative statement. So, in a particular negative statement, predicate is distributed, whereas the subject is not distributed. So, college is not distributed, but institution is distributed. All cats are rats. This little exercise is given to you so that you would understand about the statements, and you will also understand about the subject, predicate, and also distribution. If all these little bit of exercise you are able to do, you will be able to draw conclusions in the problems that are going to follow. So, all cats are rats. Immediately identify what kind of a statement is this. All cats are rats, all are. So, it is a universal affirmative statement, and in a universal affirmative statement only the subject is distributed. What is the subject here? Cats. So, cats is distributed, whereas rats, the predicate is not distributed. No poet is a painter. No poet is a painter. What kind of a statement is this? No is a. So, it is a universal negative statement. So, both poets and painter, that is subject and predicate, both are distributed. This is the last one. Some idealists are not cynics. So, what kind of a statement is this particular negative statement. Some is the word we are having, are not is the word. So, we are going to call this as a particular negative statement. In a particular negative statement, the predicate is always distributed, whereas the subject is not distributed. So, cynics is distributed, whereas idealist is not distributed. So, with this little bit of knowledge, if we can identify the rules for writing the conclusions, then we will be able to solve any syllogism problem, any problem that comes in syllogisms. Syllogism is one argument I am talking about. Syllogisms would be the general arguments that you can draw. There could be statements where you can draw more than one conclusion from a given situation for a given problem, then you in general you call it as syllogisms. So, what are the rules for writing these conclusions? There are about 8 rules, and if you can carefully make a note and understand these 8 rules, and I am sure you will be able to answer any question that comes on categorical arguments or drawing inferences about. So, rule 1 is, by now you should have understood this rule. Rule 1 is, there can be 3 and only 3 terms in a categorical argument. One of them is a middle term, and there can be no foreign terms in the inference. So, this is your rule 1. If at all your inference is having some foreign terms, what do we mean by foreign terms? The terms that are not appearing in your statements, but suddenly they appear in your inference, in the conclusions, then you do not accept that as an inference. So, this is what your rule 1 says. How do you identify the inference that can be drawn? The rule 1 says that there can be only 3 and 3 terms in a categorical argument, and the middle one term you have, which is there in premises 1, premises 2, you call it as a middle term, and definitely in the inference you should not have any new terms. If you have any foreign terms, that is not the valid inference at all. So, shall I take you with an example of this particular rule? All doctors are scientists, all poets are artists. So, these two are two categorical, in fact, they are two are universal affirmative statements. All doctors are scientists, all poets are artists. So, if you observe here, what is that you are observing here? Doctors, scientists, poets, artists, there are 4 terms. There is no middle term at all, there is no term common to statement 1, statement 2. There is no middle term and there are 4 terms. So, in this particular case, if you at all you are interested in the argument, you cannot draw any valid inference. Inference cannot be drawn, because all doctors are scientists has got 2 terms, all poets are scientists has got another 2 terms. So, since 4 terms are there, you cannot have any inference. Rule 2, if one of the premises is negative, inference has to be negative. If one of the premises is negative, inference has to be negative, like all students are teachers, no teacher is a pupil. All students are teachers. So, when we say all students are teachers, what kind of a statement is it? Universal affirmative statement. But no teacher is a pupil. What kind of a statement is this? No teacher is a pupil. It is a universal negative statement. So, if one of the premises is negative, then he says that the inference has to be negative. So, among the 4 given choices, you will have to only look for a negative